hypocrisy's at an all-time high this afternoon. A couple of weeks ago, I complained to you guys that the news cycle had slowed down dramatically. That is no longer the case. There are so many stories, so many topics to choose from right now. Joe Rogan once again under attack by members of Woke United Methodist. Apparently, Joe Rogan made some joke about homeless people. As you guys know, that is a direct violation of the woke commandments. According to woke doctrine, homeless people fall under the classification of marginalized people. Unless, of course, they're white male military veterans. In that case, they're completely ignored and actually marginalized by the shit fucks. By the way, Patreon link in the description below. The YouTube AI bot, it is striking the channel again. 2 out of 3 videos I posted so far this week have been flagged for demonetization. One way to help offset that loss in revenue is Patreon. If you feel we add value here on the channel, click the link in the description below and join our Patreon family. All right, let's get back to the hypocrisy. Damn near everything about the woke movement is fake. It's an illusion. These people think you're stupid. They really think you're stupid. There was another protest today outside the Capitol in Washington, D.C. Shitfucks were protesting another Supreme Court ruling. Not sure which one it was. Perhaps the Supreme Court ruled that cow farts don't contribute to global warming. Climate change. Maybe they decided AOC's broom is more damaging to the environment than your gas-powered lawnmower. Either way, AOC led the Virgin Brigade in a protest outside the Capitol building. At one point, Capitol Police, they decided they'd had enough of the bullshit. They walked AOC off the premises. End of story, right? When normal people are escorted by the police, they simply follow directions, which is walk with the cops. But AOC, she's not a normal person. She's a grade A shitfuck. She was looking to boost her street cred. Instead of just walking away, she pretended like she was under arrest. Watch for yourself. I'm telling you, these people think you're stupid. I know what will increase my Twitter impressions. I will pretend like I'm arrested. That way, Twitter virgins will think I'm oppressed just like them. The hypocrisy and bullshit, it didn't end there. It gets even better. What I'm about to share with you guys, this should be a non-story. This should receive little to no mainstream media coverage, but instead, the mainstream media is in full-blown fake outrage mode. This is another example of there being no loyalty in the woke movement. I would not classify Jim Harbaugh, I wouldn't classify him as being a full-blown social justice warrior. He's Catholic. He attends Mass instead of services at Woke United Methodist. He's married to an actual woman instead of experiencing a relationship with the vacuum cleaner. But Jim Harbaugh, he has definitely dipped his wang in the woke tang. He's referred to Colin Kaepernick in the past as a hero. That's the equivalent of calling Rachel Levine a beautiful woman. Calling Colin Kaepernick a hero, it's like calling Anthony Fauci a doctor. Jim Harbaugh was instrumental in trying to get what the woke call Cap back into the NFL. He was vocal after the death of George Floyd. He participated in what they called at the time anti-police brutality marches, which were actually anti-police marches. Whether he knew it or not, Jim Harbaugh participated in the Defund the Police movement. The point is, even though he's not on the roster at Woke United Methodist, Jim Harbaugh has been a missionary to the movement. He's what the shitfucks like to call a loyal soldier. Back in the Mafia days, there was a hierarchy to the organization. Soldiers were at the bottom of the hierarchy. Most of them, for one reason or another, they would never become made men, but they were still associated with the mob. It's the same thing with Jim Harbaugh. He hadn't been baptized. He hasn't went through the butt bongo initiation, but he is still associated with the filth. He is now learning the difficult lesson that there is no loyalty in the woke movement. His missionary work in the past doesn't matter, because Jim Harbaugh has now violated the woke commandments. What was his violation? Did they discover that he donated money to the Wounded Warriors Project? Nope. Maybe it was uncovered that Jim Harbaugh's a closet Donald Trump supporter. No. Perhaps he was approached to become Trans-Dan and be a beacon for the alphabet community. Nope, that wasn't it either. Jim Harbaugh violated the fourth woke commandment, thou shalt not support life. Jim Harbaugh is against abortion. Now, this should not be surprising. He's a Catholic. Like I said a minute ago, this should be a non-story, but anyone speaking out against the cause opens themselves up to immediate prosecution and conviction. Over the weekend, Jim Harbaugh, he was the keynote speaker at a Right to Life event in Michigan. He took off his woke hat, returned to common sense thinking, and gave his personal thoughts on abortion. It's amazing how truthful someone can become when they remove the woke goggles and simply speak their truth, speak their minds. Jim Harbaugh referenced Bible verses to support why his own personal decision would be to not have an abortion. That's his personal opinion. He should be allowed to express it. But the shitfucks, they don't see it that way. Check out some of the responses from the Virgin Brigade. Reminder, Jim Harbaugh is a man. He should have no say in the matter. Oh, really? Really? Do we really want to travel down that slippery slope of hypocrisy? Let me make sure I'm understanding this correctly. Jim Harbaugh is a man. He was born with the same genitals as Leah Thomas. Since he was born a man, Jim Harbaugh is not allowed to speak on the issue of abortion. Are we following the logic so far? That is awfully strange, because all I've heard about the past few months is how men can get fucking pregnant. All I've heard about is the importance of maternity leave for pregnant dudes. If men can get pregnant, shouldn't their opinion on abortion count for something? Just last week, a professor from Woke U testified in front of Congress and explained all the different groups of people capable of getting pregnant. Watch for yourself.
You've referred to people with a capacity for pregnancy. Would that be women?
Many women, cis women, have the capacity for pregnancy. Many cis women do not have the capacity for pregnancy. There are also trans men who are capable of pregnancy, as well as non-binary people who are capable of pregnancy.
So this isn't really a women's rights issue.
We can recognize that this impacts women while also recognizing that it impacts other groups. Those things are not mutually exclusive.
Clearly, Jim Harbaugh's opinion on the issue of abortion matters. You just heard it yourself. Men are capable of getting pregnant. If Jim Harbaugh's capable of having an oopsie baby, he should be allowed to decide for himself whether abortion is right for him or not, right? The outrage from the shitfucks continued. Check out this fake outrage from Joy Taylor, who, by the way, Joy Taylor really confuses me. I see pictures of her sometimes. Sometimes she appears to be a beautiful woman. Other times she looks like a man dressed like Rachel Levine. It's very confusing. But you just knew I couldn't do a video on virgin outrage without mentioning America's most hated virgin, Keith Olbermann. Oh, Keithy. He's very concerned with this pro-life bullshit. Special K took to Twitter to issue a woke edict. You are no longer allowed to call these people pro-life. These animals are Fauci deniers. They own guns to protect themselves from people like me. They impose their religion on others. Interesting choice of words. Very interesting choice of words by Keith Olbermann. They impose their religion on others. If any religion's being forced on Americans in 2022, it's the religion of woke. I don't see Baptist preachers forcing Christianity on people. Hell, it's barely even legal to say the word Christian anymore. Football coach silently prays after a football game, they want him put in jail. Soon, people named Christian, they'll have to change their name so they're compliant with woke law. I don't see Muslim imams forcing people to pray 5 times a day. I don't see Muslim imams demanding American women cover themselves from head to toe. I don't see Jewish leaders forcing anyone to recognize Passover or celebrate Hanukkah. The only people I see forcing their religion on others are members of Woke United Methodist. Compliance to their beliefs, it's not requested, it's mandatory. There's no such thing as 50% compliance, 80% compliance. Jim Harbaugh learned this the hard way. For the most part, he's been compliant. He's followed the woke commandments, hoping the path led him to the woke oak tree of life. But one violation, one speech at a pro-life event, and Jim Harbaugh is charged with treason. Look, I don't know how most of you in my audience feel about the issue of abortion. If I had to guess, I would imagine most of you are pro-life. But this fake outrage that we've seen the last few weeks surrounding the overturning of Roe versus Wade, it has nothing to do with abortion. It has nothing to do with what they call a woman's right to choose. Politicians from both sides of the aisle, they use the issue of abortion for their own political gain. Conservatives, they use it to accommodate the religious right. For the far left, it's all about control. They want complete and total control of you. It's the same reason they push global warming. It's the same reason they want stricter gun laws. It's all about control. Abortion's at the forefront right now because it's the only platform they have to run on in November. If you're associated with the movement and aren't active in the fight, or even worse, you're on the opposite end of the issue, they're gonna come after you. They cannot afford to have people associated with them speaking against their commandments. Makes them look disorganized. They know if they lose in November, the woke movement, it is dead for the next 10 years, and that's their biggest fear. They know America's rejected wokeism. They don't care. They planned on having 4 years to transform the country without your permission. What they didn't plan on is Joe Biden being this fucked up. Joe Biden's the biggest threat to the woke movement right now because he's the face of it, and they know no one has any faith in Joe Biden. He's an absolute disaster, but anyway, I'm rambling off topic. Let me know what you think. Give me your thoughts on Jim Harbaugh speaking against abortion and the fake outrage exhibited from the shit fucks. Sound off in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe, click the notification bell to receive all notifications from the channel. Best way to contact me is by email at btlkc84@gmail.com, KC_BTL84 on Twitter. I'll see you guys tomorrow.